Good morning, everybody. It's Matt here at beautiful Pumpkin Ridge. It is morning. I don't even know what time it is. Maybe 8 in the morning. Sunday, the 18th of January. Yay! And we had a snowy day yesterday. It wasn't really supposed to be this snowy. According to the forecast, it was going to be like sleet and yucky, but this is, some very pretty sticky snow that has stuck to everything. The trees look beautiful. And I'm out here to do my chores here, and my piggies are waiting for some water. I'm going to start with some warm water for them, and then I'll feed them in a minute. But here we go, girls. Here's your morning tea. What are you doing? Okay. No, you want your food. I know. I'll get your food. So it's been an eventful week. Our lovely pal Phil here, if you can see Philly, had a very busy day Friday. We had to drive back to the VZ veterinary clinic right outside of Bangor for Phillip to have his procedures done, and it all went really well. So it was a very long day. It was like a 13-hour day. The roads were terrible driving down there. We were late for our appointment, and then we were there until like 5 o'clock at night. In Bangor. We kind of did some errands and got lunch while we were waiting, but yeah, he was in the hospital all day. So if we look at him, he is wearing a onesie, which is right now unbuttoned because he had to pee. So the onesie covers all his incisions. So he has 3 incisions from his surgeries. And when he's in the house, we just button that up around it. His tail goes through it, and it keeps it so he cannot lick at any of his wounds. So he had his neuter, which went well. I didn't want to have to neuter him. It wasn't, something that I was concerned about. But with his medical condition, we had to have it done to hopefully resolve this problem of him bleeding. If you haven't been following along, he has a unusual condition called retrograde ejaculation, where basically his bladder fills with sperm, and it totally is super irritating to the lining of his bladder and his urethra, and it causes him to have blood that, at least once a week he has a bloody, yucky mess coming out of him. So hopefully this will stop that whole issue. The other thing we had done was a gastropexy, which the vet recommended, which is basically, it is to stop gastric torsion. So gastric torsion is when a dog's stomach flips over on itself. So basically the stomach, when it's really full, flips over and pinches 2 ends of the stomach, and it is a medical emergency, like a dire emergency if that happens. And the dog has a very short window of time to have surgery to flip that stomach back, or they will die. The stomach will die, and the dog will die. We live so far from an emergency vet that the vet in VZ was like, since you're having him under anesthesia anyway, I would recommend, because he's a large breed with a deep chest, they're much more prone to getting gastric torsion, also called bloat. And it's a death sentence for a lot of dogs if this happens. And it's something that was always in the back of my mind, So basically what they do is they tack the stomach to the lining of the abdominal cavity. So he's got a little incision right at the base of his rib cage, one in his abdomen, and then one from the neuter right above his scrotum. So basically that'll prevent that stomach will never be able to flip over. So it's a preventative procedure just to make sure that he's going to be okay. So, but he's doing really well. He was very groggy. He's been very sleepy. He's on a sedative, so he sleeps most of the day, which is great because they don't want him active at all for at least a full week. They want him very low activity. You saying hi to your friends? And multiple small meals a day. They don't want his belly too full for a week. And then next week we can be a little more, give him a little more exercise and freedom. But it's about a 2-week recovery for both of these procedures. So, but he's doing really well. He's on 6 different medications. Don't be licking. Hey, I'll have to button you back up. He's probably he's sore. He's a little sore, but much less sore than I expected him to be. So yeah, so that's an update on Phillip. He's really doing great. Aren't you, you cutie, in your little sweater? I'm just waiting for him to use the bathroom here before we bring him in and button him up again. You gotta go potty, mister. He's peed. He hasn't pooped yet. Let's see if he does. He usually goes over there. So that's an update on him. What else we got going on today? I'm going to do my chores this morning. And then I have a really cool thing I'm going to show you. I got this really awesome bird feeder for Christmas. So I'm going to show you how that turned out. And I have some cool footage of that. And another little update we have is the feral chickens. So if you know, we have a neighbor who doesn't even live in the house that they own or rent or whatever, I don't know. And they have this flock of chickens that they occasionally come to feed occasionally. And it's been, it's winter, it's been super cold, and these poor birds have been dropping dead. They've been hit by cars, picked off by predators. And I vowed that I wasn't going to start feeding them or taking care of them because they're not mine, and I just didn't want to, mess with somebody else's animals. But I couldn't just let them suffer. So I've been feeding them. When I fill my bird feeder, I give them a scoop of cracked corn and sunflower seeds. And it's this cute little barred rock rooster. And I think these are some white leghorns. So there's 6 of them all together left out here wandering. And they sleep in that pine tree at night. And they hang out under this picnic table basically all day. And they don't even go back across the street anymore at all. So I don't know. We'll see. If the guy wants his chickens back, they're his. I'm not stealing them, but I'm not going to let them starve. So I've been making sure they have food and water. And they have been, I think I'm stuck with a second flock of chickens. Oh well, that's life. Better than watching them slowly die off. All right, I got to put this dog in the house. He wants to go in. Boop. And then I'll be back and we will do our animal chores. And then I'm going to show you my bird feeder stuff. All right, Philly's back in the house. Oh, my camera's, there we go. Phil's back in the house and I've got food for the piggies. For a while I was feeding them out of the same bowl and it was going fine, but they've been fighting a lot over the food bowl. So we're going to divide their food into 2 bowls. Well, the snow, the ice, whatever. Yes, girls. So we soak it so it gets nice and crumbly. There we go. Here. All right. Here's a 1 dish. Oh, I tricked you. Haha. Here's 1. Ooh, herky jerky. Here's 2. There we go. Chow down, ladies. Oh goodness, look at you making such a mess. But yeah, they're doing fine. It's been actually pretty warm this week. It was in the 40s. All the snow was gone the other day. It was no snow at all. Look how pretty that looks. But yeah, so it is now getting cold again. Today's not going to be too bad. It might even get like above freezing. But starting this week and by next weekend, it's going to be back down to negative temperatures. So I'll throw some fresh straw in their hut probably later this week. I've got a bale in the basement. But they've totally acclimated to the cold, and it doesn't bother them at all. And even these poor chickies seem fine marching through the snow. And all my little bird feeders. So yeah, I'm super into feeding the birds. Especially in the winter, I just love it. And I'm gonna show you after I feed the chickens and stuff. I got a really interesting, as a Christmas gift from my brother, a really cool, interesting bird feeder that has a camera on it. So we're gonna put that together, and I'll show you how that goes. I've been getting some cool footage of the birds at the feeder. So now I'm gonna go let everybody out. I gotta get some water, but just look at this. Look at this sky with the sun trying to peek through. I don't know if you can hear it, but those ducks are quacking over there. All right, I'm gonna go fill a jug of water from the basement, and then we'll get over there. All right, first stop with the water, as usual, is little Miss Robin. Little old lady. How you doing here, girl? You need your food filled. Oh. What's up, girl? All right, you have some. Here we go. Ooh. Having some water. Yeah. I'll fill your bowl. You still have some food in there and hard-boiled egg from yesterday. You so thirsty? You little ragamuffin. All right. We'll let you have your water. And we're gonna go out here. Oh, all the doves just flew into the snowy trees. It is like a magical wonderland out here today. This is my little compost pile where I throw things that the chickens won't eat, like coffee grounds and onions and stuff. And from animal cages, I dump all the bedding and nonsense out here in a pile. But the crows love to get into it. The chickens get into it too. I think this is mostly the crows. I think were in here this morning digging through, because there's often little bits of food in there from the cages. So the crows pick through. It's be a good day to go look for animal tracks again. This is all kind of fresh snow. But look, I mean, I just can't get over how pretty it is. It's cold, but it's pretty. Oh, these guys are cock-a-doodling in here. We threw our Christmas tree in here. It's buried in snow. And they've been picking at it. All right. One water bowl. Ooh. There we go. I'll put this cap in my pocket. Look at this. I couldn't get the pelleted feed that I usually like. I had to get the crumbles. And the thing I don't like about the crumbles is that when the ducks and geese eat the crumbles, it sticks all over their beak and mouth. And then they go get a drink, and it gets in the water and just makes it all soupy. And when you feed them just the pellets, it keeps their water much cleaner, because they just swallow those pellets down. It doesn't stick all over them. All right. Hopefully this isn't frozen to the ground. Oh no. We can clean this one out. Now I am almost out of feed, so after I do this morning, I have to run out and get them feed. I was gonna go yesterday, but it just snowed all day. And I was really tired from Friday. Like I said, it was a 13-hour day. It was over 2 hours down, and then we had to spend all day there. And I was just emotionally drained and exhausted. And I just hung out with Phil all day on the couch by the fire, keeping an eye on him. And I just didn't want to go anywhere. So I have enough feed to get them through the morning. If I don't have enough grain, I can give them, I have cracked corn. And I have sunflower seeds. Let's see. All right, babies. Good morning, children. Out they come. There wasn't this much snow when you went to bed, was there, girls and boys? Whoop. What are we doing? All right, let's bang out your dishes and I'll get you something to eat. Crumbs, there's crumbs in there. Here we go. Crumbies. Those ducks just running through the snow. Boop. Hey, cutie. Well, we still got a lot of winter left. All right, what do we got? It's a little grungy in here, but not too bad. Hey, girls and boys, all these roosters. If anyone wants a rooster, I've got plenty. Come spring, we're gonna have to do something about this rooster population. We've just got way too many, and they're gonna start really beating up these hens. You can already see a few of them. Like, this one's back is... Excuse me, I'm trying to film. Her back's a little beat up. What is it? All I got is crumbs in here. Oh my gosh. Here. Have the crumbs. That isn't much. I've got more food. I've got more. I've got another barrel. Let's see what's in this barrel. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard. Pickings are slim this morning, guys. I'm going to be bringing you some sunflower seeds for breakfast, I think. There. Have a little snack, and I'll be back. All right, I'm going to go get them some sunflower seeds, I think, before I go do anything else. Good morning, Darren. Good morning. Darren's on dog patrol now while I'm doing chores. Huh. We just got to keep an eye on him so he doesn't hurt himself or lick himself and super glamorous having all these animals. We're waiting for him to poop. He hasn't, he's been a little constipated because of the anesthesia, I think. Although after surgery, he pooped like 3 times. Yeah, and right after surgery. Yeah, right after, on the ramp coming out of the office. But he didn't go yesterday. He hasn't gone this morning. I'm not worried about it. They said he might be a little constipated. But he seems acting totally normal, so I'm sure he will go. All right, I think I'm gonna get some cracked corn, actually, not sunflower seeds. Let's do that. I keep that on my messy, messy porch. All right, I got a scoop of corn, which for some reason they treat cracked corn like I'm giving them cookies or treats. Hi, Philly. This isn't for you, sir. This is for birdies. He thinks everything's for him. I don't think cracked corn would be good for his belly. Maybe I'll give some to Robin while I'm here. She likes a little corn. Hey, girl. There. Whoop. Want some corn? Ooh, so exciting. Now, I don't normally feed them a lot of corn like this. I just bought it because it's cheap. And on the really cold, when it gets really cold, I like to give them some before bed. I think I've said this before. It's hard to digest corn, and the process of digesting it heats up their body. So when I know it's going to be a really cold night, I like to give them right before bed some corn or sunflower seeds, and just so they have a nice full crop and they can be extra warm at night. All right, kiddos. But they're not. Here you go. Have some corn. Yeah, they're not like super starving this morning either. Yeah, the ducks don't even seem hungry this morning. They're all fat. I've been feeding them a ton because it's been cold. All right, I'm gonna go do some more things and I will check back in with you in a little bit. Hey everybody, it's Matt. I'm here in my parlor, and I got a cool gift when my brother and sister-in-law were here a week or so ago, almost 2 weeks ago. They brought me this very cool Birdfy Wi-Fi camera bird feeder. So I'm attempting to figure this thing out. It comes with an app. Well, it doesn't come with an app. You got to download the app. There we go. Oh, it's already sending me pictures of me carrying it around the house. Haha, and the ceiling. So basically, I just took it off the charger. It is fully charged. It has a charging portal in the back. Camera, and I just have to now assemble this thing. So I have the roof. I have the instructions. I'm going to be a grown-up, and I'm going to use the instructions to figure out how to do this. How about that? So I've already got the app. Let's see. And now I have to just put it together. So first I got to pop the top on. Next, we have the perch, and I have another little attacher here. So this goes. Now, you can get other attachments for this. I guess it comes with, am I doing this upside down? Oh, maybe I am. It comes with this plain perch, but you also can get one that has a hummingbird feeder attachment, a suet attachment. It's got a lot of different little things you can get to modify it. Let's see, is this? But I just have the simple perch. What I'm going to put in here is just black oil sunflower seeds, which is my go-to bird food. It attracts the most number of birds. So basically you just, oh, it goes that way. Let's see. So you fill it from the back. The seeds go down here and fill up this little tray in the front. And that's where the camera will pick up the birds that land on it. All right, so perch is on. So yeah, here's the book, and it has, you can order these other little attachments. And also you can buy a hummingbird feeder attachment. I'm not gonna bother with that. most likely. It also comes with a solar panel, so it's fully charged now. So I don't know where I'm putting it yet, so I don't know where I'm gonna mount this solar panel. So we will figure out the solar panel option after. I don't wanna lose any parts here. We're gonna put this back. We're gonna put this back in the box so I don't lose anything. And it has different mounting options. It has a strap, it has clips, and it has a whole bunch of different screws and brackets. So you can basically attach it to a wall, a post, a tree, anything. So now my next step is to figure out where I'm going to put it, how I'm going to mount it, because it's so frozen outside, I can't dig a hole for a new post. So I'm going to have to figure out the where I'm going to put this, and that'll be my next step. So, cool. I am very excited to see how this works. Yay! All right, I got the feeder, and I'm out here in the back on the garage. I'm gonna put it here temporarily. I think in the spring I'll find a good spot and dig a hole and put a post. But for now, I'm just gonna put it on the side of the garage, on this bracket, on the hanging bracket here. Oh, I have an audience of feral chickens there following me. Yeah, I'm gonna hang it here because the Wi-Fi is right on the house and it should get good reception. So here's my plan. I hope I put this up level enough. This should pop on here. I'm gonna have to put this camera down, I think, and figure this out. Okay, we got that. We are gonna, let's see if we can get this on here. Ah! There we go. Beautiful. Let's see how this looks. I don't know if I... Cool. Hello. All right. Now we just have to fill it. Yay. Okay, I got my bowl of birdseed. Oh, I always forget it opens the other way. Ah! Here, I'm gonna put the seeds down. Zoinks. So it opens this way. I keep forgetting I can also turn it. Yay! Okay, now we can fill it. So I like to use black oil sunflower seed. It attracts the most number of birds. Oh my God, can you hear those chickens? Those roosters. Now the only thing about this location that I might regret is it might... Oh, I don't like this bowl for doing this. Poop. What I don't want to do is attract rodents to the garage. So I guess I'll just do it this way as I'm dropping so many seeds on the ground. But one good thing about feral chickens is they clean up the mess I make with the birdseed. So they'll eat it up before the rodents can come get it. Okay, let's see how this looks. It's awkward. It doesn't hold oh, there we go. It doesn't hold a whole ton of seed. All right, that's pretty full. Get the antenna. All right, here we go. It's full. Hey, chickie. Hey, little chickie, you want some? No? You want some? I know I said I wouldn't feed these feral chickens, but I've been feeding them. Okay, well, we're gonna see how this works. Yay! All right, I will update you. Maybe we'll get some footage of some birds once they figure out where it is. All right, I am back from the feed store. And this is a pain because I can't really use my cart to haul the feed out to the coop from the truck in the snow. So I gotta carry it by hand, one at a time. But if you can hear them, they're all waiting. They're mad at me for their sad little breakfast. Hey, friends. And that sun is still trying to come out. It's so pretty. Oh. All right, everybody. I got feed. Whew. Whew. Actually, not that heavy. Just awkward. All right, let's open this bag. As usual, they didn't have exactly what I wanted. But I got the Neutrina. It's an 18% protein. I couldn't get the 20%. But that'll be just fine. Let's get it in this barrel here. Do that while I'm... Yes, I can. Whoop. Once again. There we go. Whoa! Everybody's waiting. Getting a bowl. Okay, proper breakfast. Proper breakfast. Cool. And that water's already empty. And that water's already filthy. So yeah, I gotta get back out here with some water after I unload the truck. My daily routine. Look at this guy standing up so tall. You are a handsome little black duck. All right, friends, I gotta get more food. Two more bags to grab, and then wood shavings, which I'm gonna put in the basement for now. I'm not ready to clean that coop today. But there's the sun. And all the birds are going crazy at the bird feeders today. The snow really brings them out. So I'm gonna show you all the lovely birds. All right, I gotta go finish unloading that truck. All right, so I put the dirty eggs I got from the coop out for the crows, and let's see. I'm gonna put the camera here and see if we can catch the crows coming to get their eggs. Hopefully, the camera doesn't frighten them. Okay, I'm out here by my new bird feeder that I got for Christmas. This is not a sponsored video. I did not, I'm not sponsored by Birdfy. This is the Birdfy Wi-Fi bird feeder camera. Ooh, it's already empty. It's been up for about 3 days, and it's been pretty cool to see. So I'm gonna share right now a bunch of clips of all the different birds we've seen so far on this. It sends them right to my phone. I have an app on my phone. And I guess if you pay a subscription, you can get, it will identify the birds for you. But Birdfy, if you're looking for people to promote your product, I'd be happy to. Yeah, so thanks again for tuning into another video here on Pumpkin Ridge. You can hear those roosters crowing in the background. And we look forward to seeing you again next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. And we'll see you again soon on Pumpkin Ridge. Thanks, everybody.